But I see there's another question here. Great questions, guys. Thank you for the questions. What is it like growing up as a Christian Arab in Bethlehem? That is such a good question. I know that's probably an India question. So what gets me in the more what was it like growing up in Bethlehem, India? Thank you for that question. It's different. It's the Christian population has changed over the years. Christian population was 80+% in the Arab Bethlehem community, and 20% Muslim community. And in the recent years, the pendulum has almost completely swapped, where today it's about a 75 to 80% Muslim and 20% Christian. So what many Christians did is over the last 15 years, starting from around 2002 ish, so more like 15 to 18 years. It's called the Second Intifada. A lot of Christians decided that they looked around and realized that nobody's helping them, or very few is helping them, or what help they're getting and support wasn't enough. So many Christians started to flee. So it was called the Christian Exodus. So a lot of them linked it back to the Exodus of the Israelites leaving Pharaoh and leaving Egypt's being slaves in Egypt. Of course, we were not slaves here, but a lot of Christians realized that they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They don't want to be a part of war and violence and bloodshed and killing. And then on the other end, if they don't fight or say anything, then they're going to be looked at as traitors to the cause. So a lot of Christians left. What the few like us who stayed on the ground here, it was hard. It wasn't easy. Um, Not only were we stuck between a rock and a hard place, but those are few of us who stayed. Sometimes we had several thousand families to feed, take care of, help find jobs, work with the government, Israeli government, to create permits for them, permits to be able to travel through and to cross borders to work. Working on the Israeli side, many Arabs preferred it and wanted it because they get paid more than working on the Arab side, or what be it. So the opportunities on the Israeli side are a lot more profitable, if I may. So Bethlehem has changed. It is years. The country has changed in most ways, in a beautiful way, and in some ways in a more heartbreaking way, because we are the minorities of the minorities. That's why I thank God, and I'm grateful for Aviv and Israel Unlimited for whenever they do get leaders, businessmen, and they expose folks like you to our organization, to our ministry. We spend half a day or a day together. I love it when I was able. I love it when it's able to baptize some of the people that you brought, or do wedding ceremonies, or do rededication ceremonies. I really enjoy it because it connects me with these people, connects our ministry, our organization, it connects us to people. But at the same time, it reminds us we're not forgotten, we're not alone. So I thank God for my Jewish Israeli friends and neighbors who are on the Israeli side, who are reaching out for the Christian Arab population. So that is how I answer that, India. Such a great question about how has Bethlehem changed over the years. Has being an Arab continued to limit you in the Christian world? Boy, that's such a tough question. Yes, it has. It's again, we're always stuck between a rock and a hard place. A, you're always stuck. There's just no way around that, because there is, when you meet people or when you get up to speak in a conference, whether it be it's a motivational speaking conference or be it's a religious conference. I have the privilege to do both around the world. You always gonna have people in the crowd that have the preconceived notion of you're an Arab, so you're either a Muslim or you're either an anti-Israel Christian, or if you're not a Muslim, then you have hatred or some type of animosity or extremism in your blood. Thankfully for media, for friends like Aviv and Jessica, the whole team who work at the Israel Limited, we have friends like you who when we go speak to places, a lot of people already hear about organization, both our stateside organization, which I know India is going to put it up, holylandmission.org, which is our 501c3, but also here locally in Israel. A lot of people know us, know that we're friends of the Jewish people, we're friends of the Arab people, and so forth. So that's how I answer that just amazing question of India. Thank you for that question. So it's changed a lot, and mostly for the good. There are some challenging parts, but we are being called by many movements around the world that we are the remnant. We are a remnant standing in the gap. What does that mean, a remnant? Remnant, it just means that we are the unique few who are carrying a message that is different than all the other messages. A lot of people within the religious movements, or within the political movements, or within the humanitarian. A lot of times they're going to be either pro one side, anti other, whether it be pro Israel, pro Jew, anti Arab, or pro Arab, pro Palestinian, anti Israel, anti Jew. And we're not. We're not anti anybody. Well, the only thing we're anti is anti the devil himself, anti evil, anti hatred. But we're pro people, pro Jew, pro Arab, pro Muslim, pro Christian, pro meaning the human nature of them, because we are all created by a God who loves us. We all created equal. We all have a right, an opportunity to thrive, survive, and an opportunity to make a difference for our future, for our families, for ourselves, and even to dream big and to think big. So each and every one who watching this have that opportunity today to be able to see yourself through a lens of a creator that loves you, to see your self-value, not through the lens of a person or of a hurtful words, but you see yourself through the lens of a creator that loves you and cares for you, which allows you to thrive and to move forward in life. And so there's no room for hopelessness. There's always room for hope. It starts with the mind, starts with the heart, built on a faith foundation that you were created for a reason, for a purpose. I'm gonna have one more question, Aviv in India, and then while I do that, I know you might have some questions for me. If you'd like, I'm gonna hook headset, so I can hear you. If you want to ask me live, you can ask me live questions, Aviv, or India, whoever wants to give me a call. Please do give me a buzz, so I can hear you. Ask the question. I'd love to answer it. So you'll ask me on my headset. I know you're getting some questions already, so I'll get questions on my headset and I'll answer them back for you if that's okay. So we'll take it from there. Perfect. All right. So one last question I was asked. Great question, guys. Here we go. Okay. Cool. And here's a question that I got. So during the COVID-19 scenario, so it came to Bethlehem and the whole country of Israel and the Palestinian community. Bethlehem was the first city to shut down from the COVID-19 virus, COVID-19. Hotels shut down. So the whole country, Bethlehem was the first to shut down, exposed to a couple groups who did not know they had the symptoms, or they did not know they had the virus. So it shut down Bethlehem. That put almost 70+% of Bethlehem at an unemployment rate, out of jobs. And what also happened after that is a lot of people weren't ready. You have to understand, those of you watching, there's Israeli side and there's a Palestinian side. So the Palestinian side, there's still not a fully grown infrastructure. It's a growing infrastructure, but not healthy or strong enough of an infrastructure to be able to make a difference, to be able to subsidize people, whether it be from tax write-offs or what be it. So they did a little bit help, but barely enough to scratch the surface and so forth. So organizations like ours, who we are a nonprofit in America. We also a nonprofit Amuta on the Israeli side. We went into action. We were feeding over 400 families by dropping off bags of food for them. All the way up to every month, we were doing a different kind of pack. In April, we did actually two full-grown, pre-cut, pre-cleaned ready to cook chickens. So we did that. And then and we actually sent food to Orthodox families as well in the southern part of Jerusalem. We sent Orthodox Jewish families, and we let the organization know to tell them that these are from Arab Christian organization, who really want to stretch their hand out to their Jewish neighbors and friends. We caught a lot of flack for it, but we did it. So we did that to help people move forward. Of course, then it spread into Israel. Israel's recovering, even though there are new cases globally. But Israel's strong. The Holy Land, the Palestinian side, it's strong, it's steady, it's growing. We are looking ahead for a positive future. So I encourage those watching right now to consider signing up to come to visit Israel. Whether you're a lay person, whether you're a pastor, you're a leader, whether you're a businessman, a business owner, I encourage you to consider planning to come to visit Israel, visit the Holy Land, especially the next year, because they're already predicting that people are going to come. But you know how that you can enjoy Israel without the long, crazy lines. So that is without the crazy lines, crazy traffic, which it makes your experience probably a lot more better, and minus those crazy lines, crazy traffic, and so forth. So you'll have a more peaceful experience without all that mayhem. But mayhem is also sometimes a part of visiting the Holy Land. Such a great question. So please continue praying, continue thinking about Israel and the Palestinian community, because we are there is a remnant of Arab Christians and people who need help. What is my tip for life? That is such a great question. My tip for life is don't be always be optimistic. Try to look at the bright side of things, even though sometimes it's hard. Be a person of faith. Have faith. Have a relationship with someone higher than you. In my case, it's the God of the Bible. It is the God of the Old Testament, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's my tip for life. Is I submit to a creator, and I understand that I was put on this earth for a reason, for a purpose. For me, it's also my relationship with Jesus. Jesus did something great for me, and we're taught in the Bible that Jesus paid the ultimate price for me. He died for me, and he became the sacrifice for my life. As a Christian, as a follower of Jesus, he taught me love, forgiveness, humility, to love others, to see others through his creation. The other third tip of life: surround yourself with friends and family, those you love, those you can trust. Be around people that give you good advice. Don't be around people that have a negative outlook on life or vindictive outlook on life. Be around people. Surround yourself with people who are positive, who have a good, healthy outlook on not only life but on family. Surround yourself with friends and family that really care for you, love you for who you are, and not for maybe what you possess or what be it. If you don't have that, then find a local faith-based community that you can attach yourself to, that can help you through your struggles. Aviv, such a great question. India, great questions.
Amazing. Well, we are so grateful. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. Is that a yes, a no? No, that's okay. So I just want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in. We create these experiences for you. We want to connect you to people who inspire us, and just share what's going on in Israel to you from your home. And we're just so excited to see that you, Pastor Stephen, are as excited as we are to get people here in Israel, to inspire people to dream bigger, to continue the dream, and to create an experience for anyone and anywhere here in Israel. And that's what we're all about. So thank you, Pastor Stephen.